about to ask you, like, a lot of this must be on your own, which is interesting, right? So you don't use groupthink, or you don't use groups to, I mean, which I find.
But I have worked in groups
I know you do,
before.
but on the whole, it's mainly you.
Yeah.
Like, what place do you go to creatively? Like, is there a place that you, like, do you go to a quiet room? Where do you get your, like, inspiration from?
Well, you know, there's two kinds of things. The one is content, and the other is vehicle or metaphor, or like just that weird stuff that you don't know, and you don't know how that two are going to link. So I do that thing of absorb. Sometimes I have 2 radio stations on, believe it or not. I don't know how I do that, but I actually do. I sometimes have one in my ear and one that's on, and I think, that's going in an interesting direction, and I'll listen to that one. And I might have the TV on, and I'm surfing the net, and I've got newspapers, and I'm like, somebody phones me. I mean, so it's like my head is like weird. It's like balls of cotton wool, but I'm trying to absorb this stuff, absorb, and then it's like I actually write down. If I had my book, my way of working, and this is where, if I talk to cartooning students, I've got these. I just have a cheap book, because you don't want to have something that makes you feel self-conscious. So it's really cheap. I just whack a whole bunch of A4 photostat pages together. That's my books. I've got about 70 of them, like that thick. So they are going back to 94. And what I do is I write down the subjects that interest me. Really, it's as programmatic as I write down the subjects, and I write down my attitude towards those subjects. I actually write that down, because the process of writing it down helps me to think. And then I suddenly think, hey, wait a minute, that one connects with that one. I didn't realize that. And I start making these little arrows in a different color. And then I start thinking, wait, if that's something that's very wordy, am I going to say it through a comic strip, because it needs discursive stuff? If it somehow feels like it could be communicated in a big graphic, it's maybe a 1-panel thing, or 2 panels, like something, and then a surprise. But all of it is about surprise. So how do you tell the story, and all jokes are about surprise. All cartoons are about surprise. Not all cartoons are funny, but they all have the twist. So, and all adverts tend to be, good adverts tend to be like that as well. I'm sure you know. But you get something, and then it's the twist that does it. You expect it to end one way, and it's the twist. So how to get to that twist in a way that you haven't telegraphed the joke, you haven't telegraphed the thing, you really are genuinely surprised. That's where the art comes in. That's where I try and work. So I'm not going to telegraph it, even if it's in 1 panel. I'm still going to somehow surprise you.